With less than a month until the first votes are cast in the 2024 Republican primary, former President Donald Trump spent his latest rally in New Hampshire praising several authoritarian leaders and trying to discredit criminal charges against him by quoting Russian President Vladimir Putin. It sparked new backlash from critics who said his anti-immigrant sentiments mirrored Adolf Hitler. The former president again praised authoritarian leaders such as Hungary's Viktor Orban, China's Xi Jinping and North Korea's Kim Jong-un, and called President Joe Biden a threat to democracy, reversing Biden's frequent attacks on him. Turned it over. Trump quoted the Russian president when describing the criminal cases against him as politically motivated. Trump has pleaded not guilty to 91 charges brought against him in 4 trials in 3 states and Washington, D.C. Russia's Putin says Biden's, and this is a quote, politically motivated persecution of his political rival is very good for Russia because it shows the rot of the American political system, which does not claim to teach democracy to others. We talk about democracy, but the whole world is watching the tyranny of a political rival kicking his ass. I promise to rule as a dictator and threaten American democracy. Jim Watson, AFP. Via Biden's campaign spokesman Amar Moussa said in a statement he is betting that he can win this election by scaring and dividing this country. In 2020, Americans chose President Biden's vision of hope unity over Trump's vision of fear and division. They will do the same next November. The former president repeatedly used phrase blood poisoning when referring to some immigrants during the 2024 election campaign. The language came under fire from critics who said it was used by white supremacists and by Hitler, who infamously talked about blood poisoning during election campaign. The book Mein Kampf. Trump further escalated these statements after Saturday's rally and posted similar statements about unauthorized immigrants on his social media platform. During his 4 years in White House, Trump implemented a series of strict policies to limit immigration, including people who entered the country illegally, traveled from certain Muslim-majority countries or sought asylum in United States. This has sparked a backlash from advocates, with authorities separating migrant families as part of investigations into illegal border crossings. While polls show that likelihood of and meeting again next November is increasing, Biden focuses on argument that Trump would be dangerous to democracy if he is re-elected, while accuses of ruining country, especially on issues such as border. It serves as a form of revenge for him and his supporters. During a Veterans Day rally in New Hampshire, Trump warned his supporters that America's biggest threats come from within while vowing to eradicate his political rivals, who he said were living like vermin. Yet surprised X.